What's one of the toughest parts of being a leader? It's getting your entire team, all these different people with their own motivations and roles, to pull in the exact same direction. It's about taking that huge, big picture company vision and somehow making it personal for every single person. So, how on earth do you actually do that?
So, what is the secret? You might think it's something like, I don't know, more meetings, maybe stricter deadlines, or some fancy new project management software. But here's the thing, it's none of those. The real answer is something far more human and, honestly, way more powerful. And there you have it, compassion. Before you even think about strategy or goals or metrics, the real starting point is right here. It's pretty much the key that unlocks everything else because it's what allows a team to connect and get on the same page on a human level first. So yeah, let's dig into that idea, the compassionate foundation. Because real alignment, the kind that sticks, it isn't created by top-down orders, not at all. It grows out of an environment where people feel genuinely seen, heard, and supported to do their absolute best work.
Now, it's really important to get this right. Compassionate leadership isn't about being soft. It's actually a powerful strategic tool. See, when you really try to understand and support what your team needs, you create what's called psychological safety. And that safety, that's what builds deep, authentic trust. That trust becomes the fuel for a high-performing, totally aligned team. Okay, so once you have that foundation of trust and safety locked in, then we can start building the actual framework for alignment. And it all has to begin at the very top, by setting a super clear North Star for the entire organization. So the framework itself is actually pretty simple. It's this 3-step cascade. You start with the organization's why, then you translate that into a team's how, and finally, you connect it all the way down to an individual's what. Let's break down that first step, the big organizational goals. So what does a good organizational goal look like? Well, it's got to be clear, ambitious, and definitely measurable. Something like this: increase customer satisfaction by 15% this year. Everyone in the company, whether they're in sales or engineering, can understand what that means. This is our why.
All right, so the whole company knows its why. Now comes the next critical step, which is translating it for each and every team. This is where we figure out what that huge, high-level goal actually means for a specific work unit.
And I mean, this is the most crucial part right here. The question every team leader has to ask is, okay, how does my team's day-to-day work directly help us hit that big company goal? Making that connection is what breaks down silos and makes sure every single effort has a real, tangible impact. So let's go back to our example. If the company wants to boost customer satisfaction, the customer support team's goal might be this: reduce support ticket response time to under 1 hour. You can see the direct line there, right? Faster responses pretty much always lead to happier customers. This is the team's how. And that brings us to the final and maybe most important piece of the puzzle: empowering the individual. This is where we connect the team's how to each person's individual what, turning that broad strategy into concrete daily actions. And this is all about making it personal. It gives every single member of your team a clear line of sight from what they do every day all the way up to the company's North Star. It answers that fundamental question, why does my work even matter? And crucially, this is where a compassionate leader ties it all into their team's own professional growth. So, for example, to help cut down those response times, an individual's accomplishment might be to just get really, really good at the tools they use every day. So completing this training, that directly helps them work faster, which helps the team hit its goal, which in turn helps the entire organization improve customer satisfaction. See, it's a perfect cascade from top to bottom. Okay, so you do all this work, what's the big payoff? Well, when you combine that compassionate foundation with this clear strategic framework, wow, the results can be, well, transformative. Let's take a look at what you actually get from building this kind of alignment. I love this because it just lays out the whole system so perfectly. You can see it right here. At the organizational level, the focus is the big strategy. That's the why. Then you get to the work unit, the team, and their focus is execution, the how. And it all comes together at the individual level with their personal tasks, the what. Each level is totally distinct, but they're all interconnected. It creates this powerful engine for success. And the results? They just feed on each other. It's this incredible positive cycle. Just look at this list. When people really understand how they contribute, their engagement just skyrockets. That creates a much greater sense of purpose, which then leads to incredible clarity and focus. And all of that, of course, drives a real, measurable improvement in performance across the board. So I'm gonna leave you with a little challenge. This whole process, it can start with just a single conversation. So think about your team, think about your goals. What's one conversation you can have this week to start building better alignment?